Hey everyone, it's the situational therapist. I hope you're doing well. I think I'm past my teenage girl phase where like you just put all the makeup everywhere. We're starting to learn how to be a little bit more finessed. Sometimes whenever I'm doing sessions with clients, I actually just got out of therapy session. There are times where I kind of like want to debrief because there are some themes that continue to come up. And one theme that continues to come up, like without a doubt, in my practice, and I'm pulling up my notes now, without a doubt, it is setting boundaries. It is setting boundaries. And I'm just always so amazed at how easily people allow their boundaries to be crossed over. And by amazed, I mean, I do that too. It's just so hard to maintain boundaries. And so I want to kind of talk about that a little bit because like in the world that we're coming up in now, if you don't know how to set boundaries, I've said this before, not setting boundaries can like quite literally get you killed. So one way that I know that people have problems setting boundaries with others is when they have issues of setting boundaries with themselves. Whenever COVID-19 first started, I realized, okay, I have got to accept that the world is just different. It has changed. It is not going to ever be the same. And before they even had the mandatory lockdowns, I told myself, you can't go out like you used to go out anymore. You can't shop like you used to shop anymore. Your schedule is not going to be the same. You need to completely and totally adjust the way that you see the world and the way that you see yourself in this world because this is not the same world anymore. And so the way that I did that was I realized, like most people even in my practice are kind of starting to realize now, this can either be my prison or my playground, but I have to decide how I want to see it. And so I decided to look at it as my college, right? I decided that I'm going to take this time to learn all of the things that I've wanted to learn. I'm going to take this time to work out and develop and make the body and exercise and be the way that I want to be so that whenever this is over, I can emerge from my coronavirus cocoon, a beautiful, ripped butterfly who also knows how to like do foundation and stuff and maybe a little bit of blending, right? Like I'm gonna emerge from this a much better person than when I first went in. And y'all, honestly, for like the first 3 weeks, bro, I was really in there. I was really getting it. I was waking up in the morning at about 5. I was hitting my Fitbit exercises for like an hour. I was cooking well. I was drinking water. I was doing all the stuff that I needed to do. And then something happened. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think it might have been when my kickboxing gym shut down, but something happened that completely and totally messed up that routine. And now people will say, well, no, your routine got messed up. But the way that I look at it, I had set a boundary with myself. I had said that I am going to do this, this, and this, and I didn't do this, this, or this. That's not keeping a boundary with yourself. And if you have problems setting boundaries with yourself, you can't set boundaries with others because you won't recognize them. And it's just so funny with working out because every single time I don't want to work out and I just get up and just do even the smallest little bit of exercising, you get super excited about it. It's dope. I feel like I could kill God. Like I'm just feeling pumped. I'm on top of the world and I did the thing I said that I was going to do. And so what I'm saying is that during the time that we're in now, if you don't know how to do the things that you say you're going to do and not do the things you say that you're not going to do, it's going to make you feel crazy. We just don't have the luxury to just be out here not following through with stuff. Because that brings me to my next point. If you can't set boundaries with yourself, how in the hell are you going to set boundaries with others? I have so many clients that are trying to date and that are trying to meet friends and they have these concerns about, well, are they wearing masks? Are they gonna follow social distancing? Have they been doing those things? And if you don't know how to say no, for example, my roots, look at that. Look at my hair. Look at my line is all messed up. Y'all, I don't want nothing more than to go and get my hair cut. Y'all, I want nothing more than to go and get my hair cut. I really want to get my hair cut. However, I just don't trust that my barber is following social distancing in the way that I would want him to for me to feel comfortable. I would prefer that my barber have an entire full face shield, and I would want to see him enforcing people wearing masks within the business, and also I would want my barber to not talk as much. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be rude. I love my barber. I love what he's done for me. My barber comes into contact with I don't know how many people on a daily basis. And I can't tell or know if they're following social distancing. I don't know their boundaries. And unless I'm willing, which I might, like honestly, y'all, with the way that my damn hair is looking, honestly, the solution to this problem might be buying a face shield for my barber, because then that keeps me safe. I'll be able to have a barber to go to. Now, yeah, I'm super selfish. It's all about me. But then I'll be able to have a barber that I can go to, and then he'll be keeping himself safe, and then maybe it won't feel so weird. But unless I'm willing to buy him a facial, I have to set a boundary. And it's not even with him. It's with myself, because I know, y'all, for a fact, I know that I'm going to be laying in the bed after getting my hair cut, feeling fresh and stuff, making videos in hell for y'all. I'm going to be in my bed. I'm going to feel a tickle in my throat. And for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be worried about whether I have coronavirus, because I can't even enjoy the nice haircut I got because I crossed my boundary. I'm anxious. That doesn't mean I have an anxiety disorder. That doesn't mean that there's something wrong with me. There's a reason for me to feel anxiety. I am anxious that my barber is not following social distancing. That's a boundary. It's a boundary for me that I would want to be sure that my barber is following social distancing. So if I go and get my hair cut knowing that I'm feeling this way, I'm just crossing over my own feelings. I'm just doing whatever the hell I want, regardless of how I feel. And you can't be like that. You're just gonna second guess and hate yourself for it. And so then that brings me to the next part, which is everybody is out here calling their ex-partners narcissists or borderline. And my ex-partner is an asshole, 100%. I would absolutely say that my ex-partner is an asshole or was an asshole. I was an asshole too. But the reason that my partner was an asshole was not just due to some intrinsic asshole nature that resided within her. My ex-partner's been through some trauma, and so did I. However, what happened was I never set boundaries with my partner. I cannot call my partner a narcissist because I refuse to set boundaries. And when you come from troubled backgrounds, much like both of us did, neither one of us knew how to ask for what we needed. I didn't know how to tell her, look, I'm trying to set boundaries with you, but when you raise your voice and stuff and talk to me like that, it kind of reminds me of my mom, and I shut down emotion. And she didn't know how to tell me, hey, Derrick, when you sit there and like I'm talking to you and I'm upset and you're just really calm and you're being quiet, it reminds me of my dad, how my dad used to just sit there and not listen to anything that I had to say and never emote to it. And when you have two people like that, how the hell can we have the conversation about boundaries? So what happened is my ex, not trying to be malicious, you know what, truth be told, I don't know what she was thinking. I can never know if the things my wife was doing was malicious or not. Hell, you can't know that the people around you actually exist. They could just be projections of your mind, but you don't got to get that deep with it. The point that I'm making is I can never ever know what my partner was thinking. I know that there were several situations in which I needed to tell my partner, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to go there. Nah, I don't think I should have to clean this up by myself. Nah, I don't feel like my job is to make you feel better after work because I've been at work talking all day. Nah, I don't really think that I want to go to the store tonight. Nah, I needed to say no, I don't, no. What happens is you wait so long to say no. You wait so long to say how you feel that by the time it comes out, it's fuck you, fuck your mom, fuck everything about you. Because man, I've done all this for you. I've done all these things. I've deferred to you on stuff. I've not said how I felt. I've compromised so much. And why don't you realize that? Well, they can't realize it because you never say anything about it. So by the end of it, what happens is, and that's why we have all these narcissistic, borderline, all the narcissistic abuse bullshit, man. Yes, there are some people who are absolutely narcissistic. Narcissistic as defined by they know that they can lie. They know that when they lie to you, you believe their lies. If there's somebody in your life who knows that about you and you trust them implicitly, then yes, you can describe them as a narcissist. But for the most part, it's just the fact that our parents ain't teach us how to be in relationships, so we don't know how to be in any, and we don't set boundaries. So what happens when you have one person who does not set boundaries at all, and you have another person who sets boundaries like a motherfucker? When those two people get together, it's like an unstoppable force and an immovable, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. So you have to set boundaries. And I just don't know how else to preach it. Like you're gonna die. I have clients right now who, man, I'm worried. You gotta know that when you're on that date and he comes in talking about how mask wearing is stupid and it's a hoax, leave. It don't matter how beautiful he is. It don't matter how beautiful she is. It don't matter how beautiful they are. leave. When you feel these things, leave, y'all. We gotta set boundaries. And that brings me to my final point, because I don't want to be out here fussing at people and not telling on myself. I gotta set better boundaries with myself. Y'all, how many videos have I started playing a video game and not finished it? There's a whole laundry. The Surge 2, Mortal Kombat, that one scary game about I don't remember, it was a super scary game I started playing, Resident Evil. There's so many things that I have stopped and started. And part of it has to do with boundaries. Part of it has to do with unrealistic expectations. Part of it is jealousy. I see other people out here with their channels and I'm like, man, that's so awesome. They play video games and people watch. But I'm not doing anything to get there. I could do something. You know what I could do? I could do like a real cool sneak thing. I can make a video that says, hey, look, we're talking about boundaries, and then like snap my fingers at the end of it and then go to video games. The people that care about boundaries will watch the first few minutes of it. And then the other folks can watch the video game. That me making a clear boundary right through the middle. I'm being funny, but this has caused me problems not being able to set boundaries or not being consistent. Man, I want to be a badass Mortal Kombat 11 player and I could be up there, and because I'm not setting boundaries with myself, even in the game, like I'm gonna have to show you in the game one day how you set boundaries in Mortal Kombat. It's very important. But because I'm not setting those boundaries, it just sets me up a time to just be upset with myself. Every time I go to look at somebody else's gameplay video, I just feel this hint of sadness, like, bro, that could be you. And the only reason I'm not doing it is because I'm violating my own boundary. I'm violating my self boundaries. You gotta set boundaries. You must set boundaries, and you have to be consistent. We don't live in a world where it's okay to not do that anymore, y'all. So if anybody has any questions about how to set boundaries, how do you do it, what does it look like, then let's ask, leave a comment below. But I just don't want people out here getting sick and dying because they not setting boundaries. There's just, man, there are people out there that can tell when others don't know how to set boundaries, and they will purposefully cross over them. So this has been a PSA to all my subscribers, and to the few clients that watch my channel too. This is just a recap. Y'all, set boundaries. It's okay. Yes, you're gonna be the asshole. Yep. They're gonna think that you're an asshole. I would rather you be the asshole than be the asshole with coronavirus. Set your boundaries with people. Set them with friends. Set them with family. And do you know how you set a boundary? If you don't know, I spent a lot of time, it's about 15 minutes. If you don't know how to set a boundary, the easiest thing to do to set a boundary is to simply say no. No is a boundary. Yes is not a boundary. Yes is like, yes, come on to everything. I'll take it in. No, this is the limits. This is the difference between me and you. This is where I draw the line in the sand. This is where I don't care how you feel about this. No is my answer. Long story short, I hope that this was helpful. Y'all set boundaries. Really, please. Set boundaries with the people in your life, so that you don't get sick. It's okay. They will find another way. They absolutely, and if they don't, then they're toxic. But people will find another way. This has been How to Set Boundaries with the Situational Therapist. Totally not me just debriefing myself and being triggered after the end of a session because I get so upset that there are people in the world who know that there are folks who don't know how to set boundaries. That's what really pisses me off. That's what really makes me upset. I got people that work for real large corporations with bosses that are just asshole. Bosses that are just taking advantage of the fact that my clients have a big heart and won't say that I need 25 hours a week so that I can stay in school. Or clients that just won't say to their bosses, hey, look, it's unfair. I came up with that idea. That was mine, and you let so-and-so steal it. And this is the second time that's happened. Like, it just upsets me. So sometimes I wish I could just dress up as Batman and just go, duh. But long story short, that's why I'm so animated about it, man. Like, you have the right to tell people no. You can say no to somebody without feeling guilty. You can say no to people and you don't got to feel guilty about it. You are not here to solve the world's problems. Like, you're just not. You don't got to feel like you're just here to solve other people's problems. So long story short, tell somebody no today. Find somebody, even if you just got to practice, you can practice it with me. Tell somebody no. Leave a comment below that says, no, I'm not going to leave a comment. Or you know what? Don't leave a comment. And that way I'll know that I'll know that you've watched the video, because that's your boundary. I'm telling you to leave a comment and you don't leave one. But please, y'all, please work on saying no. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye. And we're going to play video games. We're going to play more video games. I don't know what part of my audience wants it, but we are going to play more video games because I got to talk about getting over fear. That's the real problem. I'm just afraid to play sometimes. I really am. I'm just afraid to get on there. I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to be embarrassed. And it ain't got nothing to do with boundaries. That has to do with unrealistic expectations. So maybe that should be the next video, is unrealistic expectations. But long story short, thank y'all for rocking with me. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.